Why do some hockey teams glide through the neutral zone like it's empty ice, while others get stuck, cough up the puck, and look helpless? The answer isn't luck. It's a secret rhythm, a hidden reset that decides who controls the game and who just chases it. What is regrouping in the neutral zone? Every hockey fan knows the thrill of a breakout, defensemen grabbing the puck behind the net, launching their team forward. But regrouping? That's where the real chess match begins. Regrouping in the neutral zone happens when a play breaks down, the puck slips back into no man's land between the blue lines, and the attacking team has to reset. It's not a panic button. It's not just dumping the puck and hoping for the best. It's about pulling back, reorganizing, and then striking again with structure. Think of it as a breakout, just happening higher up the ice. Instead of rushing under pressure from deep in your own zone, the team has more space, more time, and more options. The defensemen look for outlets. The center drops low to give support. Wingers find their lanes. Everyone repositions for another crack at breaking the opponent's coverage. And the beauty? Done right. It flips frustration into opportunity. One smart regroup can turn what looked like a dead play into a clean zone entry and a scoring chance seconds later. Importance of movement and skating. There's one golden rule that every coach hammers home. If you don't move your feet, bad things happen. If you move, good things happen. The neutral zone is the chessboard where games are won or lost. That's not just motivational fluff. It's survival in the neutral zone. When players stop skating after making a pass, the entire regroup collapses. The puck carrier gets stranded. Passing lanes vanish. Suddenly, what should have been a controlled entry turns into a dangerous turnover. But when defensemen keep their feet active after a D-to-D pass, they slide into the middle ice, opening a safety valve for their partner. When forwards swing wide and keep skating, options explode across the rink. Movement creates time. Movement creates choices. Movement kills pressure. The neutral zone punishes hesitation. That's why coaches drill it relentlessly. Stay mobile, stay available, never coast. Because the moment your skates stop digging into the ice, the play is already gone. If you're loving this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. It helps the channel grow and brings you more deep dive hockey content every week. Defenseman's role in neutral zone regroup. The defensemen are the quarterbacks of a regroup. Everything starts with them. It usually begins with a D-to-D pass. But that's just the start. The real key is staying mobile. Too many young players make the mistake of throwing the puck across the ice and freezing in place. At higher levels, that hesitation is a gift to the forecheck. Good defensemen don't just pass. They move their feet, adjust their angle, and slide into open ice so their partner or center always has an outlet. There's also the strong side versus weak side decision. Old school hockey taught defensemen to stick to the strong side, hammering pucks up the boards no matter what. Today's game? Smarter, faster, and more creative. Modern regrouping often shifts to the weak side, where defenders can attack the open ice instead of skating into traffic. Defensemen who can read both sides, stay mobile, and stay calm under pressure. Those are the ones who turn neutral zone chaos into seamless offense. Centerman's responsibility. If the defensemen are the quarterbacks, the centerman is the heartbeat. Regrouping is not retreating. It's about resetting and attacking smarter. Coaches call him the most important player in a regroup, and for good reason. The center's job is patience and support, not rushing ahead, not curling too early. Instead, dropping low, staying in sync with the defenseman, and offering a safe passing lane. Here's the rule. If the D can see your ass, heels, and elbows, you're too far gone. The center has to be close enough for a clean pass, ready to turn up ice the second it lands on his stick. Great centers make regrouping look effortless. They're always in the right pocket of space, balancing between helping the defense and feeding the wingers. One wrong read, too high, too fast, and suddenly the play stalls. But with patience and timing, the center transforms a regroup into a launch pad. Wingers and lane filling. The wingers may not get as much credit in regroup talk, but they're the engines that turn structure into speed. Their job is lane discipline. Depending on the center's positioning, wingers adjust, staying wide if the center drops low, cutting inside if the center pulls to the boards. Coaches sometimes drill touch passes, where the weak side winger acts as a quick release valve, flipping the puck back across the ice to spring an attack. Different levels of hockey have different philosophies. Some college coaches glue their weak side winger to the far blue line, always stretching the ice for that long seam pass. Pro systems might prefer them staying lower, ready to support a dump and chase or provide a quick slash cut through the middle.
Either way, wingers can't just float. They have to time their swings, keep their feet moving, and stay connected. One missed read, and the regroup dies before it even starts.
Strategy at higher levels.
At the top levels of hockey, neutral zone regroups aren't just resets, they're weapons.
Elite teams don't settle for pushing up the strong side over and over. They use the regroup to switch sides, to bait defenders into chasing one lane, then punish them on the other. When the puck swings across the ice with speed, suddenly space opens up like a trapdoor. This is where the game turns into chess. A low winger drags coverage one way, a center holds patience in the middle, and before the opponents even realize it, the puck is flying diagonally to the weak side. That's where clean entries are born. Not by brute force, but by timing and precision.
And it's not just about crossing sides. Teams add layers, stretch passes to a forward high in the neutral zone, middle lane drives to create confusion, even decoy movements that pull defenders just a half step out of position. At that speed, a half step is a disaster.
If you're loving this kind of inside the game detail, stick around. We've got plenty more breakdowns that'll change how you see hockey. Neutral zone, regroup versus breakout.
So what separates a regroup from a breakout? It's all about urgency. In a breakout, the puck is deep in your own end. Opposing forwards are flying down, finishing checks, and applying heavy pressure. You've got seconds, maybe less, to move the puck.
A regroup in the neutral zone is calmer. The puck is higher up the ice. The forecheck isn't as suffocating, and defenders actually have a moment to read the play. That moment changes everything. It's patience instead of panic, control instead of chaos.
Think of it like this. The breakout is survival mode. The regroup is attack mode. Same structure, same responsibilities, but now shifted up the ice with more space to breathe.
When players understand that difference, their confidence skyrockets. Suddenly, what used to feel like a broken play starts looking like a golden opportunity. Offensive tactics from the neutral zone. Regroups don't just reset possession, they spark offense. Once the puck is moving cleanly through the neutral zone, the goal is speed. Attackers want to hit the blue line with pace, forcing defenders backward and opening seams. That's why entry drills are so popular in practice. Coaches throw obstacles at players at the blue line, sticks in lanes, pressure from both sides, so they learn how to slip pucks through with speed. But offense isn't only about skating it in. Smart teams know when to dump with purpose. It's not about lazily flipping the puck into the corner. It's about targeting spots where their forwards can chase with momentum. Dump it wide if the defense is pinching the middle. Dump it rimmed if your winger's already burning down the boards. Every dump has a reason. And turnovers? Those kill offense faster than anything. A bad pass at the blue line doesn't just waste a regroup. It gifts the opponent a counterattack. That's why the best teams preach. If you're unsure, reset again. Better safe than sorry.
Common mistakes and how to fix them.
Here's where most players go wrong.
Mistake 1. Rushing the play. Defensemen fling pucks up the boards before forwards are even set. The result? Broken lanes and easy turnovers.
Mistake 2. Centers curling too early. They skate ahead of the puck, leaving defensemen stranded without support. By the time the pass is ready, the center's already out of reach.
Mistake 3. Mindless dumps, tossing the puck into the zone without purpose, just hands possession right back.
The fixes? Patience, timing, and structure. Defensemen have to hold the puck just long enough for wingers to swing into lanes. Centers need discipline to stay low and readable. And dumps? Only when there's a clear chase advantage. Neutral zone regrouping isn't flashy, it's details. And the teams that respect those details are the ones that turn neutral ice into their playground. Drills and training for neutral zone regroups. Great regrouping doesn't happen by chance, it's built in practice.
Coaches run entry drills with added pressure, forcing players to make smart reads at game speed. They'll set up defenders at the blue line, making attackers work for every inch of ice.
D-to-D puck movement drills are another staple. Defensemen practice swinging the puck across, keeping their feet active, and instantly sliding into new lanes. Add a centerman swinging low, and suddenly it's real-time decision-making. Dump and chase drills also get an upgrade. Instead of aimless dumps, players practice targeting zones. Hard rims when the winger's flying wide. Soft dumps behind a defenseman when the forecheck angle is cut off. Everything has intent.
Even at pro levels, teams run these basics every week. Why? Because neutral zone regrouping isn't about one superstar play. It's about habits. Drill those habits enough, and they show up naturally when the game's on the line.
Why neutral zone regroups win games. Control the neutral zone, control the game. Regroups give teams possession, patience, and the ability to dictate tempo. The difference between a turnover and a regroup often decides momentum. And in tight games, momentum decides everything. That's why the best teams master it. And that's the secret behind regrouping. Movement, patience, and smart lanes. Simple, but deadly when done right. Now I want to hear from you. What's your biggest struggle in the neutral zone? Drop it in the comments. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more hockey talk.